In the world of combat sports, young fighters often step into the spotlight before they are fully prepared for the intensity of professional competition. Such was the case when a promising young athlete, Cory McKenna, found herself in the spotlight after her interviews in which she openly mocked her opponent, Dakota Dicha. The exchanges were brash, the confidence unrestrained. Cory laughed at Dakota, insinuating that she was untouchable and implying that victory would be easy. She displayed the kind of youthful bravado that often precedes a harsh lesson inside the ring. Yet, as anyone who has followed combat sports can attest, overconfidence can be a double-edged sword. It can entertain, but it can also be a harbinger of defeat, especially when facing a disciplined, technically proficient opponent. Cory's words in those pre-fight interviews gave fans a sense of excitement and anticipation, though they also hinted at the potential for a dramatic reversal once the bell rang. During those interviews, Cory attempted to maintain a confident front. She emphasized her excitement about getting in the ring and stated that she was open to any matchup, trying to portray herself as fearless. She spoke about watching her opponent's tape, acknowledging that Dakota was solid, but framing it in a way that suggested she was not intimidated. Cory even mentioned the classic striker versus grappler setup, nodding to common fighting narratives, while subtly suggesting that her own skills could neutralize any advantage Dakota might have. She spoke of her accolades, her hard work in striking, and her readiness to provide the crowd with an entertaining fight. On the surface, it seemed she had thought through her approach. However, beneath the confident facade, there was a lack of awareness about the depth of Dakota Dicha's talent and determination. The young fighter did not realize that Dakota would be an opponent capable not just of defeating her, but of demonstrating a level of skill and composure that would leave a lasting impression on fans and analysts alike. The fight in question took place in 2014 during the Too Raw, Too Ready Muay Thai event. At the time, Dakota Dicha was already showing signs of the fierce discipline and technical prowess that would later define her as one of the most promising talents in the sport. Observers were keen to watch how both fighters would perform, recognizing that this bout had the potential to mark a significant milestone in their careers. From the opening bell, it was evident that Dakota had approached the fight with focus and a strategic mindset. She displayed cautious yet precise movement, measuring distance and testing Cory with jabs and leg kicks. Cory, on the other hand, tried to assert early control, pressing forward aggressively in an attempt to dictate the pace. However, Dakota's timing and defensive skills prevented her from landing anything significant, and she countered effectively whenever an opening appeared. As the first round progressed, Dakota's technical ability became increasingly apparent. Her footwork was sharp, allowing her to maintain an optimal distance while avoiding Cory's heavier, less precise strikes. She combined accuracy with composure, displaying a maturity beyond her years. Cory attempted to push the pace and demonstrate her power, but the early exchanges highlighted the contrast between her raw aggression and Dakota's disciplined approach. By the end of the first round, Dakota had begun establishing a clear advantage. Her body kicks and quick combinations set the tone, and her defensive skills enabled her to avoid being caught off guard. Though Cory managed to land a few punches, it was evident to spectators and analysts alike that Dakota was dictating the pace of the fight. Round 2 saw Cory attempting to regain control by leveraging her physical strength and aggressive striking. She delivered heavier punches and high kicks, hoping to break Dakota's rhythm and turn the momentum in her favor. Dakota, however, remained calm and composed. She skillfully slipped strikes and countered with elbows and knees, demonstrating an understanding of both distance and timing. The clinch became a critical tool in her strategy, allowing her to land powerful knees while controlling Cory's posture and limiting her opponent's options. Throughout the round, Dakota showcased a combination of offense and defense that highlighted her growing fight IQ. Each exchange underscored her superior technique and strategic awareness, making it increasingly difficult for Cory to assert herself. Despite her disadvantage, Cory continued to demonstrate remarkable toughness and resilience. She pressed forward, attempting to land meaningful strikes, and her determination earned her a measure of respect from both the audience and commentators. Yet, by the midpoint of the round, it was clear that Dakota was not only controlling the fight, but doing so with a sense of precision and calmness that suggested a higher level of mastery. Her ability to remain composed under pressure, to read her opponent's movements, and to exploit openings with sharp counterattacks was indicative of the skill that would later make her one of the standout figures in Muay Thai. As the third round began, the intensity escalated. Cory, understanding that she needed to shift the fight's dynamics, unleashed more aggressive combinations, attempting to overwhelm Dakota with speed and power. However, Dakota's superior movement and timing allowed her to evade attacks and respond with clean, effective counterstrikes. Her kicks, both to the body and head, visibly wore down Cory, while her clinch work continued to control the exchanges. Observers noted the sheer intent and determination in Dakota's execution, highlighting her as a fighter whose technical ability was matched by mental focus and composure. By the end of the round, the fight increasingly resembled a showcase of Dakota's skill rather than a contest of equals. Cory's efforts were commendable in terms of heart and perseverance, but they were insufficient against an opponent with superior technique and strategy. Round 4 brought new challenges as fatigue began to affect both fighters. Nevertheless, Dakota maintained her composure and focus, using a mix of punches, elbows, and kicks to keep Cory on the defensive. Her precision and ability to read the fight allowed her to continue dictating the pace, exploiting openings with sharp counterattacks and effective combinations. Cory attempted to respond with flurries of strikes, demonstrating her willingness to fight through exhaustion, but Dakota's superior ring awareness and technical skill ensured that she maintained control over the exchanges. Each round reinforced Dakota's dominance, highlighting not only her physical capability but also her mental resilience and strategic understanding of the fight. The final round became a true test of wills. Cory, recognizing that she had fallen behind on the scorecards, gave her all in an attempt to swing the fight in her favor. She delivered powerful punches, high kicks, and relentless pressure, hoping to create an opening that could change the outcome. Dakota, however, remained steady and composed, executing her techniques with precision and maintaining control over the fight's pace. Her clinch work, counterstrikes, and use of distance continued to showcase her skill and strategic awareness. By the end of the 5th round, it was clear to everyone in attendance that Dakota had outperformed Cory across every metric: technique, control, defense, and strategy. Cory's determination and toughness were undeniable, earning her respect for her effort and heart, but the gap in skill and execution was decisive. When the final bell rang, Dakota Dicha was awarded the decision victory. The judges' scoring reflected her dominance throughout the 5 rounds, recognizing not only her technical proficiency but also her ability to maintain composure, control, and tactical awareness. The fight served as a clear demonstration of Dakota's potential and highlighted the qualities that would eventually define her as a rising star in combat sports. Fans and analysts alike praised her performance, noting the combination of skill, strategy, and mental toughness that allowed her to secure a comprehensive victory. Following the fight, Dakota celebrated her victory with a sense of accomplishment, aware that she had not only won the match but had also made a significant statement about her capabilities as a fighter. Cory McKenna, despite her defeat, earned recognition for her toughness and perseverance. The bout became a reference point for observers tracking the careers of both fighters, illustrating the contrast between raw aggression and refined skill, between youthful confidence and disciplined execution. Dakota's performance in this fight was emblematic of the traits that would carry her through a successful career: composure, technical precision, strategic thinking, and relentless determination. This fight marked a key milestone in Dakota Dicha's career. It highlighted her ability to dominate opponents with a combination of technique and strategy while demonstrating resilience and focus under pressure. Her precise striking, effective use of the clinch, and keen understanding of fight dynamics underscored why she was considered a rising star even at this early stage. Fans recognized that she possessed not only the physical tools but also the mental and emotional qualities necessary for long-term success in combat sports. The lessons from this fight would inform her subsequent performances, reinforcing the importance of preparation, discipline, and adaptability in achieving victory at the highest levels. Dakota's trajectory following this fight was marked by continued success. She built upon the skills and confidence demonstrated against Cory, dominating subsequent opponents and refining her striking, clinch work, and overall fight strategy. Her performances consistently reflected the combination of technical ability, physical conditioning, and mental fortitude that had become her signature. Observers noted the evolution of her style, the increasing sophistication of her technique, and her capacity to control fights through both strategy and execution. Each bout served as a testament to the effectiveness of disciplined preparation, adaptability, and the pursuit of excellence in combat sports. The fight against Cory McKenna also served as a lesson in humility and respect for young fighters entering the professional arena. Cory's initial arrogance and underestimation of her opponent contrasted sharply with Dakota's focused and disciplined approach. While Cory's confidence was not unfounded, she had skills and talent. It was the combination of Dakota's preparation, composure, and technical mastery that ultimately determined the outcome. This dynamic illustrates a broader truth in combat sports. Confidence must be matched with skill, preparation, and the ability to adapt in the moment. It is not enough to believe in victory. One must earn it through consistent effort, technical excellence, and strategic thinking. As Dakota's career progressed, she continued to exemplify these principles. Her victories accumulated, each showcasing her precision, adaptability, and fight intelligence. Analysts highlighted her ability to maintain composure under pressure, control the pace of fights, and execute strategies effectively against a wide range of opponents. Fans admired not only her technical skill but also her work ethic, discipline, and dedication to continuous improvement. Her journey became an inspiration for aspiring fighters, demonstrating that talent alone is not sufficient for success. It must be cultivated through consistent effort, resilience, and a commitment to excellence. The fight also reinforced the significance of mental toughness in combat sports. Dakota's ability to remain composed despite the physical and psychological pressure exerted by an aggressive opponent exemplifies the importance of mental discipline. She controlled the pace of the fight, exploited openings with precision, and remained strategic throughout each round. Her composure allowed her to make calculated decisions, adapt to changing circumstances, and maintain a consistent level of performance. This mental fortitude is a critical component of success at the highest levels of competition, differentiating elite athletes from those who rely solely on physical talent or aggression. Cory McKenna, while defeated, demonstrated qualities that remain essential in combat sports: resilience, determination, and the willingness to face adversity. Her effort and heart earned her respect, even in the face of defeat. However, the fight highlighted the importance of preparation, adaptability, and technical mastery, particularly when facing an opponent of Dakota's caliber. The contrast between the two fighters' approaches, Cory's raw aggression and Dakota's disciplined execution, offers valuable insights into the dynamics of competition and the factors that contribute to sustained success in combat sports. Over the years, Dakota Dicha continued to rise in prominence, leveraging the skills and experience gained in early fights such as the one against Cory. Her dedication to continuous improvement, strategic thinking, and disciplined preparation became hallmarks of her approach. Each subsequent match further solidified her reputation as a technically proficient, mentally resilient, and strategically adept fighter. Fans, analysts, and fellow competitors alike recognized her as a force to be reckoned with, capable of controlling fights through a combination of skill, composure, and tactical awareness. Her early victories laid the foundation for a career characterized by consistent excellence, technical mastery, and a relentless pursuit of success. The story of Dakota Dicha versus Cory McKenna also illustrates the broader themes of growth, learning, and the development of expertise in combat sports. Early experiences, whether victories or defeats, serve as critical learning opportunities. For Dakota, the fight against Cory reinforced the importance of composure, technical precision, and strategic thinking. For Cory, the encounter highlighted the need to balance confidence with preparation and to respect the capabilities of opponents. These lessons extend beyond individual fights, shaping the trajectories of careers and influencing approaches to training, strategy, and competition. They underscore the interplay between physical skill, mental discipline, and strategic intelligence in achieving success at the highest levels. By examining the fight in detail, one can appreciate the complexity of competitive Muay Thai. It is a sport that demands not only physical conditioning and technical skill, but also mental acuity, situational awareness, and strategic planning. Dakota's performance exemplified these qualities, demonstrating a capacity to control multiple dimensions of the fight simultaneously. Her footwork, striking accuracy, clinch work, defensive awareness, and ability to adapt to her opponent's movements all contributed to a dominant performance. Each element of her execution reflected careful preparation, skill development, and the ability to perform under pressure. In conclusion, the 2014 fight between Dakota Dicha and Cory McKenna represents a formative moment in the careers of both fighters. Dakota's victory was a testament to her technical skill, composure, and strategic intelligence, while Cory's performance highlighted determination and resilience in the face of adversity. The bout served as a microcosm of the broader dynamics of combat sports, illustrating the interplay between preparation, skill, mental toughness, and strategic thinking. Dakota's subsequent career trajectory, marked by continued success and recognition as a leading figure in Muay Thai, reinforces the enduring importance of these qualities. Her journey remains an inspiration to aspiring fighters and a compelling example of how talent, hard work, and disciplined execution can elevate a competitor to the highest levels of success in combat sports. The fight exemplifies the contrast between overconfidence and disciplined preparation, and it remains a landmark moment in understanding the development of a champion in the demanding world of professional Muay Thai.